Hello, guys. Good afternoon. It's me again, Jerry. So, today I want to talk about a must have application for small and medium enterprises. Okay, so, and these are a list down in my site. What are those must have application? So, first thing is, of course, every company um, records the transactions. So one of the most that every company must have an application is the ERP Next. So the question is, what is this ERP Next and why and why my company, your company, must have this application? So ERP Next is an ERP system. It says in their website that the most agile ERP in the planet. So what can this ERP system do to your company? So every company should have a financial accounting system, right? So if you want to get a real view of your cash flow, you need a financial accounting system. A full-fledged accounting module covering every aspect of your bookkeeping. If you need that, then ERP Next covers that. Order management also is included in the module of ERP Next. So if you want to increase productivity and lower cost by managing your sales and purchases cycles from purchase to sales order, then you need the order management and you need a system to handle that. And ERP Next covers that. So every company should have a HR and payroll. ERP Next also covers that. So here, if you want to manage full employee life cycles, right from onboarding, payroll, attendance, and expense claims, then even assets to separations, then ERP Next is good at this. Assets are native with that. So a must have for a company, right? So another thing is manufacturing. If you are a manufacturing company and you want to effectively maintain and manage multi-level bombs or bill of material, if you want to manage and maintain production planning, job cards, and inventory, ERP Next has that module and it can handle manufacturing. So yeah, also CRM or customer relationship management. So if you win, if you want to win and retain more customers by optimizing the sales process, then you need a CRM. If you want to track leads, opportunities, and send the codes on the go, ERP Next covered these features of CRM. Okay, now every company manage their projects whenever they have projects, and it will always it will always have a project. Every company has that, and they track their projects, their activities in the project. So here, if you want to implement a project management system, then ERP Next covers that. If you want to deliver both internal and external projects on time, budget, and profitability, track task, timesheet, and issues by project, then you need this module that came from ERP Next. And also another thing is the help desk. If you want to uh, deliver a better service experience to your customer, whether it is internal or external customer, with an intuitive issue tracker and an integrated knowledge base, then ERP Next handles that also. A must have for a company. So because nowadays, even if you are selling a physical product, sometimes queries and questions or complaints needs to be tracked. Or you have to handle it. So a help desk is a good tool. It's the best tool in order to deliver best experience to your customers. Okay. Another thing is asset management. If you wanna maintain and manage details of your assets, so their movements, your asset movements, if you wanna maintain and manage that, the value adjustments and the depreciation, then ERP Next has an asset management module that can do that. So a must-have for a company. Websites. So if you wanted to have a visibility on the web, or if you wanted to have an e-commerce, then ERPanix comes with a full featured content management with blogs, web pages, and forms. So you can also integrate other uh, CMS platform like WordPress, WooCommerce. So if you want to have a visibility of your company online, then ERP Next can help you also with that. It has its own module. So ERP Next is one of the system or application that as a company must have, whether it is small, medium, or even a large enterprise. So, okay, another thing is MariaDB, a must have for a company. Okay, since ERP Next is a system that requires a database, so ERP Next combined with MariaDB, which MariaDB is the default database management system for ERP Next, this database is a must have for a company because one thing is that, of course, this technology is open source. All of these technologies are open source and free to use. So you don't need to maintain a cost for the software. Of course, it is free. The software is free, but of course, the service is not. I mean, the service of the implementer or the maintenance of that is not free. It will cost you service, but you will not pay for the software, only for the service. Okay, now let's go to MariaDB. MariaDB. So MariaDB is what? An open source relational database management system, or RDBMS. Okay, see, it's open source relational database. So a must have for a company. Why? Another thing is that you can do replication of this in a clustering. If you're going to have a replication or another copy of your database from another server, the MariaDB is good at that in replication and clustering. So you'll be able to restore, or if there is a disaster, it's easy to restore the system or the database system. Okay. Now a must-have for a company. Another thing that a must-have for a company is the Jasper report server, or the Jasper. What is Jasper? What is Jasper report? So Jasper is, okay, where is Jasper? Let's go to Jasper. Jasper report server is a reporting and analytics server. So why do you need this Jasper report server? Okay, any system Any system, including ERP Next, has its own weaknesses when it comes to creating reports. So, um, this shortcoming of ERP Next, any other ERP system or application, will be solved using Jasper Report. So, this Jasper Report will make you easy, will make your report development easily when Jasper Report is integrated here in ERP Next. Okay, I will maybe I will show you later. Okay, so when developing report in ERP Next, you will find it very difficult. That's the main drawback in ERP Next when it comes to developing reports. Yes, it has its own designer, it has its own report builder, but when it comes to complex reports, like you need multiple details of the report, you have multiple headers, groupings, and summary and the titles, then it is a nightmare developing that in ERP Next. But with Jasper Report, you can easily build that. You can easily build that. So you can build it fast, and it is possible to build a report. But in ERP Next, it's a nightmare and almost it's impossible to do it. That, Uh, yes, you can do it, but it will take you a lot of time. Okay. Now, another thing is that a must-have in a company to have that application is, okay, we discussed ERP Next, MariaDB, and Jasper Report. And then we're going to discuss also this um, WordPress. Okay, this if you're a company that is selling online, if you're selling online or you're selling a physical product or even a subscription, if you're a subscription based, if you wanted to build an e-commerce store, or if you wanted to sell product online, then WordPress is WordPress is one of the best CMS platform that we can use in addition to WooCommerce. So you plug in WooCommerce in WordPress, and then you build an e-commerce site for that. Now, that is one of the must-have if you're gonna sell online. Not only for visibility online, which is the visible, you can do it in ERP Next and also e-commerce, but commonly you the good thing for WordPress is that it is very mature when it comes to WooCommerce. When it comes to e-commerce, sorry, when it comes to e-commerce, that is very mature, so widely used. So um, there's a lot of plugins and there's a lot of features which is not yet available in ERP Next. So this is one of the must-have for a company, an application that must have WordPress. Okay. Now, another application that small and medium, even the large enterprise that must have an application is the TrueNAS. Now, what is this TrueNAS? Okay, TrueNAS is a storage, a NAS server, free and open source. Okay, now TrueNAS is a very good storage because it uses a ZFS, and you can create array. I mean RAID array. You can create a RAID beside TrueNAS. So the 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 storage is safer than any other format because it uses the ZFS file system. It's the best file system so far. Okay. Now, if you are in a company in in the environment where you are inside on premise of the company, so you are using network storage, network files. You are sharing files within a local network. So TrueNAS is very good at that when it comes to file storage, network sharing, permissions. TrueNAS is good at that. So a must-have in a company is TrueNAS. So because you can implement a redundancy whenever, for example, you set up a RAID ZFS uh, ZFS file system, and then you set up 5 terabyte of the of hard disk, and this 5 terabyte is combined using uh, using ZFS ZFS 3. I mean ZFS 3 is okay, not ZFS 3 but RAID Z3. Okay, so that means it means that if even if two hard disk fail out of these five, even two hard disk fail when it is set up as RAID Z3, so even these two hard disk fails, still it will work. So TrueNAS is good for failures, hard disk failures when it comes to um, when it comes to disaster, when there's a failure. Sorry for that, I cannot express it well, but I think you understand what I mean. Okay, now let's um, let's go to my side again, and then so we discussed about this TrueNAS. It's a NAS server, so that's a must, one of the must-have application in a company. Okay, another thing is Nextcloud, the last one. Nextcloud, I will show you Nextcloud. Where is that Nextcloud? Okay, Nextcloud is like a Google Drive or a Dropbox, but it's yours. I mean, you gain the control. You set up your own server. You build your own server, and you have a similar storage like like Google Drive or a Dropbox. So, and the good thing for Nextcloud is just is it's not only a storage like Google Drive. It is also a platform that you can use, like you can install a calendar, a word processor, and many other applications inside Nextcloud. So you 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 can really maximize these open source technology tools, these platforms. This is one of the must have. I will show you later. Okay, now in you can install Nextcloud inside Tronas, because this Tronas has a plugin of Nextcloud. But you can install Nextcloud independently. For example, this site of mine is built using ERP Next. Okay. But here in the same site, I also installed Nextcloud. I integrated it with um, Nginx, because these ERP Next websites is running running in Nginx uh, reverse proxy. Nginx is used only for reverse proxy for ERP Next. That's what I've seen in the configuration, because ERP Next is running in Python. It has its own server, but it has different port. And now that port, maybe 9,000 and 8,000. So it is proxied reversely. So I also installed that. I utilized the Nginx proxies, reverse proxy, the proxy server, to use Nextcloud inside. I'll show you later. So Nextcloud is one of the must-have application for a business, for a company. Okay, so because you need storage for your employees. If you're going to subscribe to Google Drive or Dropbox for each of your employees, so multiplied of how many numbers they are, so that costs a lot. But if you're going to install Nextcloud in Trunas, which usually you should have, because in a company you must have your own network storage. So that network storage should be Trunas, and within Trunas you can install Nextcloud. So now once you install the Nextcloud, then you have the features of Google like or Dropbox like features within your own network, without which is stored in your NAS server. Okay, so it's like that. Now I will share with you what I did in my current company where I am working. So what I did is like this. We have I have installed Trunas, this box one, first box outside, and then I installed Nextcloud. Okay, plugin. I installed the Nextcloud plugin in Trunas. So now, when when the users, whenever we have a new users, we register it in Trunas. No, in Nextcloud. So we have, for example, here we have 4 users. These 4 users means they have 4 PCs, 4 computers. So every user has its own PC now. And then create an account. I created an account in Nextcloud of four users. Okay. And that 4 users stores their files in Nextcloud in one path. Actually, it is only stored in data path within Nextcloud. So it is only one folder. And then inside that folder, in the data path of Nextcloud are folders of each of these users. Okay. So, and that path, that single data path, is synced to Google Drive so that I can eliminate multiple users registration or multiple accounts, creating multiple account to be subscribed to Google Drive, because here in Google Drive I have unlimited storage space. So if I will set it up like this, I need only one user. So if I am the admin, then I have only one account that I need to connect. I'm connecting Google Drive to TrueNAS actually, because TrueNAS has the functionality of cloud syncing. So I just need only to sync that folder that Nextcloud created when I installed it inside TrueNAS. Then I will just need to sync Nextcloud data to Google Drive. So it saves a lot of subscription, because I only have one subscription. I have unlimited number of users that I can register to my Nextcloud server. So that's very, I think, cost effective kind of implementation. Okay. Now, and this is must have for a company if you're going to trim down the cost of subscription of each users of these users. Maybe you have hundreds or thousands of users. Multiplied it by how much is that? $10, $5 a month, and then I have the subscription here of $10 a month for unlimited, and I only use this Nextcloud in order to have my disaster recovery. When something happens, God forbid, that this TrueNAS broke down, then I have my Google Drive. I can send them the files, or I can rebuild it and resync this one, right? So, okay, now I will show you what I did in my side. So, so we already discussed that. So here, if you look at this one, I have, when I slash login, this is my, this is my ERP Next, right? So it's running um, using Nginx in the front end, in the web. Okay, now, okay, so I have also this sample shop. When I say slash shop, it will go to this side. Okay, you know, as we know, this e-commerce site is a PHP application, WordPress. This is a WordPress application, WP admin. So this is the site. So remember, the integration of this is that I configured Nginx that that is running in ERP Next. When I first set it up, I configured it to also read PHP application. So now here PHP is running. Okay, so where is it? Orders. I have orders. I have this. Okay, so I integrated. I configured the existing configuration of ERP Next. I just modified it to work with WordPress. Okay, so this is how I uh, how I configure and how I integrate these two. Okay, now another thing is that I will show you the Nextcloud. This is the Nextcloud. If you say slash Nextcloud, then this application will open. It is running on the same server. Yeah, you might ask, it is not a good practice to run several applications on one server. Yeah, it depends on the design, but this one, what the my server is built for the purpose of demonstration, so that I can show you what I built and what I can do. So that's it. Now, Nextcloud is like a Google Drive. So this application has its own Android app. So you can use it like any other application like Google Drive or Dropbox. These are the documents. So you can view it because it has its own viewer. Let's see. Yes. So the beauty of this Nextcloud is that you can, this is not only a storage, but also you can install application that you can use for productivity in your company. Say, for example, here, you can install calendars. I will not install it right now because my server, it will burden my server. You can, so you can install calendar and use this Nextcloud platform to set calendars. You can also use this, you can install, download, and enable it so, to use Nextcloud as your collaboration platform. You can use, what I mean collaboration platform is that uh, it's like office application. You can use it as an office application. You can edit your documents online using this Collabora Online. Okay, if you're going to install it and enable it. So you can also manage contacts. You can also use Nextcloud as an email application. Wow. You can use Nextcloud. You can use Nextcloud Office for productivity. I mean, this is um, you can use it as a word processor or Excel. You can edit online. This one is combined with the two. This is the server and this is the configuration part. You can also use Nextcloud because there is a Nextcloud Talk as a platform for collaboration, communication, video conferencing, chats. Look at that. That's the beauty of Nextcloud. A must have for a company. Calendar, contacts, deck. Deck is a project management tools or a task management tools. You can use that. You can install it and download and enable it. And there's more. There's a lot more that you can install on your next cloud server. Okay, that's Nextcloud. One of the must-have application in your company that you should have. What else? Yeah, I think that's it. So these are the applications, a must-have application for each company, whether it's small, medium, or large enterprises. This is, I think, that you should have ERP Next, Nextcloud, yes, MariaDB, Report, Jasper Report Server, and WordPress, and Trunas. These must, this is an application that you should have so that you're able to operate well, I think. I think. So that's all. Thanks for listening. And thank you.